Sighted guide technique is an internationally standardized method where a person who can see helps a person who is blind or has low vision travel around. A sighted person might use sighted guide technique to help a blind person move around a very crowded room or find someone or some place. Often people with low vision who can see very well with good light may temporarily be blinded by glare or abrupt changes from bright to dim light, or someone might not be able to see at night and could use the help of someone who is fully sighted. One very strict rule about helping someone with any disability is always ask first. Never assume someone needs help. Blind people who have learned orientation and mobility skills can cross streets, navigate busy streets, find a coffee shop, or the next train as well as someone who can see. The second very strict rule is that a sighted guide never grabs a person who is being helped. Let the person being helped grab you. The person doing the grabbing is the person in control, and you must leave control to the person being guided. If someone does not like what a sighted guide is doing, they can just let go. Grabbing a person is rude and may throw them off balance. As an occupational therapist, I often work with people who have physical disabilities, and I find someone who is unsteady is much more comfortable holding on to a helper as well. The usual method for someone to hold a sighted guide is to grab the elbow of the sighted guide with one hand. Some people place one hand on the guide's shoulder. The other hand is usually free for protection or to hold a white cane or guide dog if needed. These hand placements allow the person being guided to feel and read the movements of the guide's body. The sighted guide also walks a step or two in front of the person being guided. Without the guide even saying anything, a totally blind person can tell by the guide's body movements when they are about to turn or are approaching an obstacle or step. Notice the guide's change in speed as she approaches a narrow opening or step. When entering a narrow opening, the guide places her arm behind her back. This signals a tight space. When approaching a step, an experienced blind person can tell by body movements when a guide steps up or steps down. When you help a blind person who cannot see a chair sit in that chair, just place their hand on the back of the chair. They'll figure out the rest. Doors can be dangerous because it's easy for a guide without thinking to open a door right into a person being led or let it go and it might hit someone. Again, the guide can just place the person's hand on the doorknob and then let the person being guided lead both of you through the doorway. A person you are treating should be taught how to teach others these methods and to be politely assertive when encountering a well-meaning person who's doing the wrong thing.